I think that when you're an athlete, we touched on this at the beginning, right? Regardless of the sport, if you don't have the love, the passion for it, I think that it already diminishes your potential output, right? Especially in a sport that's physical. Look, in my other life, I covered Ricky Williams, okay, who was a football player who retired early because of the rules about cannabis and whatnot. And he was as talented a player as you'll ever see, okay? Heisman Trophy winner, was a great NFL player. But then he just was like, nah, I'm not feeling this anymore. Still good, but not as great as he once was when he came back after retirement. And I feel like this long layoff with Nick, you kind of saw this all coming, it felt like. Now, you've also been in a long layoff from your UFC to Bellator stage. Like, what is that like to have to try to come off these long layoffs, particularly in this sport?
And by the way, since you name drop Rick Williams, that's another head I have on my, I destroyed him in a game of Apprentice. The last words I've heard anybody speak to him is when Schwarzenegger looked across the table and said, Ricky, you are fired. Okay, I got to tell you this. That's a shout out to Ricky. I actually missed. Great guy. Want to tell you
Unbelievable
this. Listening to Nick's interview, very open, all right? I mean, it was almost a riddle. It was barely coherent, yet I loved every word. Here's how I'm dissecting what he said. When he said this specifically, I had it coming. That's powerful. But what does that mean? Look, a fight, this my assessment. I'm putting myself in Nick's shoes, right? The golden rule. What would I mean had I said that? Fighter will always ask himself, because the fighter knows there is a price to pay. That price comes in the preparation. And when he is in the locker room, when they come to get you, before that light ever starts blinking, before you ever come through that curtain and hear the roar of the crowd, you will ask yourself, did I pay the price? Do I deserve to win? And there is nothing more fearful that when you do look in the mirror, you do ask yourself that question, looking at the reflection back and knowing the answer is no. I think that's what Nick was telling us, and one of his cornermen, his longtime training partner, Jake Shields, spoke to the media and said Nick only had 6 weeks to prepare for this fight. He wanted more time. Now, that caught me off guard. I've known Nick was going to fight for close to 5 months. I don't know what the 6 weeks had to do with it. I don't know if that meant that he was hurt or sick or changing camps with the pandemic, as many guys have had to do. I don't know if that's why it shortened it to 6 weeks. But with what Jake Shields revealed to us, in conjunction with the statement Nick made of I had it coming, in conjunction with the performance and the missing of the weight, I think we have enough clues to piece this whole thing together. Look, Nick wanted to fight. He had a fight. He had enough. I think that's where we got to leave it.
Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.